And then of course, make sure you've got some water. Again, I'm setting my watch to a HIIT class. Going to start with a nice light jog. So we've got 3 sections today. In each section, we've got 4 moves. Now, when I say 4 moves, we've got 30 seconds of a lower intensity strength type, and then 30 seconds of either cardio or more of that weight intensity. Going to take you to some jumping jacks. Laying soft in the balls of your feet. Keep a soft bend in the knees. And again, just a medium, maybe a heavier set of weights if you'd like. Everything can also be done with just your body weight. 3, 2, and 1. Take it to alternating opposite hand, opposite foot. And for the holiday tomorrow, if you guys celebrate Valentine's Day, we've got a nice Valentine's theme class today. A few more here. On the next one, take that knee up and over to a side lunge. Really press your hips back. Get that knee up nice and high. One more time on each side. Come on down to a low, wide squat. Feet wider than your hips. Toes turned out, arms out to a T. Bend and extend your knees. Chest stays lifted. Hold the knees bent. Tiny circles with your arms. Keep the palms facing down. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Reverse that direction. Reach down, tap towards the opposite inside foot, ankle, calf, knee. Reach for what you can. One more time on each side. Come back to center. Keep the bend in the knees. Hinge forward your waist. Give yourself a nice big hug. As you open up your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. 2 more. Last one. Come on to standing. Toe heel your feet together. With your right leg, just swing it forwards and backwards. Warming up that hip flexor. Excuse me. So try and get over this cough that I've had for 2 months now. All right, switch sides. Left leg just forward and backwards. Gentle swing. Keep a soft bend in that standing right leg. All right, gently release that foot down. Wiggle it out. Roll your shoulders up and back. Shake anything else that you may need to. Grab a sip of water. We're going to start standing. So again, 30 seconds of one move, 30 seconds of a totally different move, very similar. So for example, our first move, we've got standing in love, squat to alternating halo wrap. We'll do that for 30 seconds. The second 30 seconds, we've got a pencil jack with or without that weight. We're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. Squat to halo wrap or standing in love. Make sure you're alternating directions of that halo wrap. Abs are engaged. 10 seconds down, less than 20 to go. You got those pencil jacks coming up next. You've got to keep it going for 10. Abs engaged. Nice work. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Pencil jacks. Keep it going. We're going to repeat those 2 moves 2 more times. Stay with it. Pencil jacks for 10. That's 7. With or without the weight, hop or step. Last 2. And 1. Back to squat. Halo wrap. Low squat. Halo wrap. Alternating direction of that halo. Make sure you're squatting down low. As you rise up, engage your abs. Draw that weight gently around the crown of your head. Just as if you're wearing a halo or a cupid. Stay with it. Last 3. Pencil jacks in 2 and 1. Standing. Jack it out. Step or hop. Weight overhead. You can also do just body weight. Reaching up high. If you have a set of 2 lighter weights, You can use one weight in each hand. Do what you can. 10 more seconds. We're back to those squats, to a Cupid wrap in 2 and 1. Grab that weight if you set it down. Here we go, squat, halo wrap. To make it more challenging, draw your feet closer together. Likewise, to add balance, widen your stance. Halfway. We're moving on next. We're gonna come down to the floor. We have crunches with our legs at a diagonal. You still have one more round of pencil jacks after this. All right, here we go. Bring it up. Cupid crunches are next. 20 seconds to go. Nice work. Stay with it. Just keep moving, whatever that is. Very nice. Last 10. Cupid crunches, legs at the diagonal, no equipment needed in 3, 2, and 1. Quickly come onto the floor. Legs at a diagonal, elbows wide, crunch up, release it down. Cupid crunches, reach and release. You can always plant your feet down. You can extend your legs out long. You can bring your legs to the ceiling. 10 more seconds. Keep it going. Last 3, 2. Hold your legs at diagonal or to the ceiling. We have hip lifts. Lift those hips up. Try to reach your knees or feet up towards the ceiling. Firing those lower abs here. We've got Cupid crunches coming up again for round 2 in 12 seconds. Lift and lower. Try not to use momentum as you lift your hips. Last 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Legs to the ceiling, legs at a diagonal, knees bent, reverse tabletop, feet flat on the floor, your choice. Crunch up, use those upper abs. Crunch it up, release down. You've got it, stay with it. So strong, almost there. Round 2, hip lifts coming up in 5. That's 3, 2, and 1. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Lift the hips. You can keep the elbows wide. You're welcome to plant your hands, palms facing down under your hips for a little more support. Knees can be bent, legs straight. What you don't want to do is use momentum, swinging your legs forwards and backwards or side to side. Try to just lift your feet up towards the ceiling. Cupid crunches coming up for round 3 in 2 and 1. Here we go, final round. Cupid crunches, firing at those upper abs. You've got it. Stay with it. Keep it going. Halfway there. 15 seconds down, less than 15 remaining here. Cupid crunches. Lifting your shoulders up, keep your elbows wide. You've got it for 3. Hip lifts coming up in 2. And 1, release your head, neck, and shoulders. Option to keep your elbows wide or release your hands under your hips. Lifting those hips up and releasing them gently back down. Keep it going. We've got shooting arrows coming up next. Alternating straight leg scissor crunch with a clap underneath that leg. You've got still going for 5. That's 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Right leg down, left leg up, and switch. You can hold your legs straight. You can keep a bend in the knees. Think bicycle legs, bent or straight. Maybe you clap underneath that thigh. Maybe you just reach to the outside of your knee. Do what you can. Shooting arrows. Legs to the ceiling for toe reaches in 3, 2, and 1. Legs to the ceiling. Here we go. Reach for those toes. Back to those upper abs. Reach and release. Keep it going. Lift and lower. We're back to those shooting arrows, straight or bent leg. Alternate lifts and lowers. With or without a clap under in 7. You've got it. Stay with it. So strong for 2. And 1. Hold that crunch. One leg lowers. One leg towards the ceiling. Maybe point through your toes. Make it more graceful. Knees can be bent or straight. Try to lift your shoulders and keep them hovering. Chin lifted off of your chest. Pretend you have that clementine under your chest, under your chin. Toe reaches in 3, 2, and 1. Legs to the ceiling. Here we go. Reach for those toes. You should feel that burn in your upper abs here. Reach, gentle release. Keep it going. You've got this. So strong. Last 10. Almost there. Do what you can. All right, shooting arrows. Here we go. Maybe clap under. You've got it. You've got one more move here. We're going to stay on our back. One leg lifts, one leg lowers. You've got it for 10. Almost there. So strong. Don't stop now. Last 2. All right, legs to the ceiling. Reach for your toes. Keep it going. Pretend your fingertips are the end of those arrows and you're trying to shoot those Cupid arrows up toward your toes. If you can reach your toes, reach past your toes. Knees can be bent or straight. All right, we've got love bugs next. The opposite of a dead bug. We'll be on the floor, on our back, reverse tabletop, arms to ceiling, knees to ceiling, opposite arm, opposite leg, extend, drop back in. You can rest your head, neck, and shoulders on the floor and just extend the opposite arm and opposite leg, alternating. Knees track back over your hips, arms directly over your shoulders. Love bugs. We're gonna hold those arms up to the ceiling. We're gonna zip our legs so they're still bent. And we're gonna do toe or heel taps. Here we go. Tap the toes or your heels. Gently rock back, draw your knees back over your hips. Keep the knees bent at 90. If your lower back lifts up off the floor, if your belly domes out, or if you have any discomfort in your lower back, don't lower your feet so far. If they touch the floor, perfect. If they don't, perfect. We have love bugs again coming up, holding those knees over our hips in 3, 2, here we go. Opposite arm, opposite leg extends, drop back in, and then switch sides. So that arm and leg that's not moving, it's completely still. You can point, flex, or relax your toes. Continue to draw your navel into your spine and up to the crown of your head. You got it. This is round 2. Last 3, 2. Arms to the ceiling, legs up together, toe or heel taps. Again, if those toes or heels don't tap, they just come close. That is perfectly fine. As your toes or heels near closer towards the floor, make sure that your lower back is not lifting up. You want your hips to tilt towards your chest, towards your shoulders, not away from you. Love bugs in 5. That's 3, 2. Here we go. Opposite arm, opposite leg extends, draw back in, and then switch sides. Make sure you're breathing. Keep it going. Almost there. You've got it. Last 10. Then we have a double toe or heel tap. Extend, drop back in. All right, draw your knees into your chest. Curl yourself into a tight ball. Maybe gently rock side to side. Extend your arms and legs long in opposite directions. Create a tiny arch in your lower back. We're moving on to 4, really 8 new moves. We're gonna stay on our back to start. Don't worry, we'll come back up. We've got bee's knees. So, back to that reverse tabletop, knees directly over your hips. Knees bent at 90, reach your fingertips towards the outside of your knee, shin, or ankle, and we're gonna reach from side to side, targeting those obliques. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Reach for the outside ankles, bee's knees. Lower back is pressed in towards the floor, shoulders are lifted, so that way you can swivel from side to side. The goal here is to crunch your obliques so far that you feel the stretch in the opposite side. Bee's knees, outside ankle reaches. Keep it going. We have crunch throughs coming up in 3, 2, keep the knees where they're at. Bring your palms together, reach between your knees, release down, crunch up. You can lower your feet at any time through any of these 2 moves. So knees stay bent whether your feet are flat on the floor or your shins are parallel to the floor. Keep it going. We're gonna reach for those outside ankles in 6. That's 3, 2, and 1. Hold that crunch. Extend your arms out towards the outside of your ankles, side to side. You've got it. Bee's knees. Remember, your knees can be bent with your feet flat on the floor or your knees directly over your hips. Reach and reach. You've got 7. We're going to do the crunch throughs in the center in 3, 2. Finish up where you're at. Bind your hands together. Reach through. Release down. Reach. Release down. So drawing your arms directly in front of your shoulders and then crunching back up. Halfway there. Crunch and release. You've got it. One more round of these 2 moves. Last 5, 3, 2. Hold that crunch. Reach your hands to the outside ankles, side to side. Yes, you can. Reach and reach. Lift your shoulders. Maybe lifting your shoulders an inch or 2 higher off the floor. That's it. Last 10. 7. Keep it going for 5. That's 3, 2. Bring it center. Hands binded. Crunch through. Release down. Crunch up. Release down. We're going to come to a kneeling stance with those weights, and we've got Cupid curls next. Keep it going. Crunch through. Reach up. Quick transition to grab those weights. 1 weight in each hand, coming to kneeling in 5. That's 3, 2. All right, come on up quickly. That timer's still going. Bicep curls, Cupid curls, palms facing up. You've got it. Your feet can be flat on the floor. If you want more of a challenge, lift your toes. Whoop. I'm getting a cramp in my left toe. That's what I get for not drinking water today. Keep it going. We're gonna hold those elbows bent at 90. Just a static hold in 3, 2. All right, half curl holds. Just halfway. Remember, you can have your toes tucked. The top shoelace portion of your foot on the floor if your foot's not cramping. Ooh. To challenge your balance, engage your core, you can lift the top shoelace portion of each foot off of the floor. Nice, great focus. Last 10. Of course, this can always be from standing. Cupid curls, this time palms facing in 2 and 1. Here we go. Extend and curl. Hammer curl or Cupid curls. You've got it. Engage your abs. Whether your toes are on the floor or they're lifted. Keep it going. Shoulders remain stacked over your hips, standing or kneeling. Never ever compromise your form, just to get an extra rep in. We're gonna hold these hammer curls, Cupid curls, halfway. Here we go. Holding. You've got this. 20 more second hold. All right, next Cupid curl is Cupid's choice. You can do a bicep curl that we did first. You can do a hammer curl that we just did. You can do a candlestick curl with your arms at a diagonal. Any variation. We're holding for another 3, 2, and 1. Cupid curl, Cupid's choice. You got it. That's it. Lift and lower. Keep it going. Stay with it. So whatever curl you decide to do, we're gonna hold those elbows bent at 90 and 5. That's 3, 2. All right, hold them halfway. All right, next up we have a love lunge with those weights, wide stance. We're just gonna alternate, drawing those weights down over the right side, bending into that right knee, keeping the left leg straight, coming back up and switching sides. Last 10. Whew. These holds burn, I know. Coming to standing for those alternating lunges. Love lunge in 2 and 1. Come on up. Wide stance. Here we go. Alternating side to side. Coming back to center. Dropping those weights on either side of your thigh, your knee, shin, ankle. Reach for what you can. That's it. Last 5. All right, come through center, bend the knees. We have a bent fly. Lift and lower. You can alternate one arm at a time. You can do both arms. You have just one weight. Great use to use that one weight by alternating. You want to keep a bend in both the knees, both the elbows. Back remains flat. Avoid arching or rounding your spine. Love lunges in 2 and 1. Here we go. Side to side. You can start left or right. Try to make it even. You've got it. Stay with it. Lunging side to side. Static movement because your feet are grounded. Low intensity. Last 5. Reverse fly coming up in 2 and 1. Here we go. Bring that arm up. Now if you're able to bring that arm up past your shoulder, go heavier. Do not lift that arm higher up than your shoulder. Protect those arms. You've got it. Soft bend those elbows. Lift and lower. Keep a bend the knees. Hold that hinge forward. Love lunges in 3, 2. Here we go. Side to side. Slow it down as much as you like. Think about really stretching that inner and outer thigh as you bend into the opposite knee. You've got it. Last 12. Reverse fly. After our love lunges in 3, 2. Come back through center, bend the knees. Here we go, reverse fly. Going. All right, we've got Cupid arrow plank next. We're gonna hold that plank and we're gonna alternate lifting our arm and drawing it forward. You can also stay standing and just do an alternating forward raise. Last 5. High plank or standing, forward lift and lower. Sorry, that's my mom. High plank, alternating, drawing the arm forward. If you don't want to do planks, not a problem, just come to standing. Alternating forward raise. Use those weights if you can. Cupid arrow with those arms, high plank or standing. Alternating leg extension in 2 and 1, high plank, or if you're standing, just kick that leg back. Same exact thing. If you're in that high plank, you can lower your legs at any time, bringing your knees down and making it more of a donkey kick, or hold in that high plank for additional core here. Lift and lower. High plank, alternating arm extension, or standing forward raises in 3, 2, here we go. Reach it forward, lower back down, alternating arms, high plank, or you can be standing, forward raises. Keep it going. Last 10. High plank or standing, alternating arm raises and lowers. Here we go. Leg lift. If you're standing, just kick that leg back, alternating right and left and right. Keep it going. You're working the base of each glute as you kick it back. You've got one more round of this. Find your focus. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Last one. Come back to standing or that high plank. Forward lift and lower. If you're standing, maybe try to grab those weights. Just a forward raise. Lift and lower, palms facing down. If you're in that high plank, same concept. Lift and lower. Last 10. Leg kickbacks coming up next. Cupid's arrow, plank or standing. All right, here we go. If you have those weights, it's actually going to help you balance a little bit more. As long as you have one in each hand. Lift that leg back, set it down. Lift, set it down. Keep it going. You've got a little breather and stretch after this. Come here, Lola. That's it, you got it. Last 5, 3, 2. All right, catch your breath. Set those weights down. Let's just come to a wide stance. Bring your hands to your thighs. Little mini stretch. It's not over. You got 4 more moves. Maybe draw your right shoulder down. Come back through center. Draw your left shoulder down. Come back through center. Come into a forward fold. Hands to your thighs, hands out in front. Maybe swaying side to side. You can grab opposite elbows into a ragdoll. All right, come back through center. Roll it up slowly. Shoulders down and back. All right, we're moving on. Grab one heavy. We're gonna come into that low squat. From here, elbows wide. We're gonna tap the same elbow to the same knee and come back through center. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. That timer has begun. Here we go, side to side. Really try to draw that elbow to the same thigh, same knee. Maybe sink your hips lower. Make sure your chest is lifted. Love squat. Keep it going. We're gonna do a low squat jack with that weight in 7. You can step it, you can hop it. Last 2 and 1, here we go. Maybe reach down to the floor in between. Bring it in, bring it out, reach it down. If you're stepping, make sure you're alternating the foot that steps in and out. You've got it, love squat. Keep those hips nice and low. So try to pop all the way up in between. Keep the hips nice and low, knees tracking out over your toes. Last 5. You look so strong, keep it going. All right, hold it low and wide, elbows extended out, same elbow, same knee. Now as you reach down, avoid rolling forward. Keep your chest lifted. You've got it. Stay with it. So strong. Same elbow towards the same knee. Low squat jacks. Love squat. Here we go. Maybe tap the floor in between. Bring it up. Nice little curl in there. Squat jack. Stay with it. You've got one more round of this. Oop. You're more than halfway there. Keep it going. Last 5. Love squat coming up in 2 and 1. Here we go. Same elbow to same knee. Last time. Low squat with that floor tap. Jacking it out or stepping. Keep it going. Elbows wide. We're going to be on our back next with one heavy weight. You've got 3. Step or hop. Love squats. Bring that weight down towards the floor in between. All right, as we do this, I'll tell you what's coming up next. We got sweethearts. So we're going to come into a hollow hold with that weight overhead. Legs just hovering. We're going to dip those legs to as if they're one long leg. And we're going to draw a heart with our feet, alternating directions. If the heart's not your thing, draw a circle. Draw what you can with your toe. Last 3, 2. All right, quick transition onto the floor. Bring that weight overhead. Draw that heart with your feet. Think about trying to paint a beautiful picture with your big toe. Imagine that paintbrush. It's on the bottom of your feet, maybe between your big toe and your index toe. I don't know if that's the right word for that toe, but for the sake of this, we'll just pretend it is. All right, from here, just a hollow hold. Keep those legs out long. Try to keep your shoulders lifted. Sweethearts. You can do little flutter kicks. If you need to rest your feet down, lift them back up, that's fine. You can rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Sweethearts. Coming up in 5. Round 2. You got this. Here we go. Draw that beautiful heart or any shape that you'd like with your feet. Keep it going. Little fun fact, I always pick up things with my feet around the house when I'm too lazy to bend over. All the clothes on the floor that I want to pick up and put in the washer, I use my toes. Keep it going. So pretend you have that paintbrush between your big toe and your second toe. All right, from here, just hold. Hollow hold. You can always bend the knees and extend them. Just a little reset. The closer your legs are to the floor, the more challenging. You can lift them up to the ceiling or at any degree. You got one more round of this. Sweethearts, drawing those hearts with your feet. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Sweethearts, draw that weight overhead, making that shape. Maybe it's a heart. Maybe it's a Cupid's arrow if you're extra artistic. Keep it going. Just drawing it with your toes. You're alternating directions. Last 6. Hollow hold coming up in 3, 2. Holding here and breathing. Again, if you need to set your feet down, if you need to bend your knees to your chest, feel free to do so. You can reach your legs to the ceiling, any degree, or closer to the floor. We've got heart throbs next. We're going to bend the knees or keep them straight. Grab both weights, one weight in each hand in 7. Wide arm chest press. In 3, 2. All right, rest those feet down. Grab both the weights, elbows tracking out wide, knuckles to the ceiling, palms facing towards your toes. Draw your thumbs and index fingers up towards one another, and then gently draw your elbows wide. Make sure your elbows are slightly lower than your shoulders. Keep it going. Heart throb, wide arm chest press. We're gonna draw those elbows in, draw those weights together for a neutral press. Here we go. Press it up, release it down. Press it up, release it down. Neutral press. Heart throb, full 3 minutes. Alternating wide arm chest press and a neutral press. Last 10. Adjust your feet if you need to. Keep it going for 3. Wide arm chest press coming up next. Draw those elbows wide, lower than your shoulders. Press it up, release it down. Knees can be bent, feet flat on the floor. You can draw your legs out long for more of a challenge. If you want to add more core, you can do a leg lift and lower with your chest press. Do what you can. Almost there. Neutral press in 3, 2, and 1. Draw the weights together, elbows tracking towards your rib cage. Press it up, release it down. No matter your foot placement, your lower back should be glued to that floor. Not any bit of air or space can get between your lower back and that mat or directly on the floor. We've got one more round. Wide arm chest press in 3, 2, here we go. Press it up, release it down. Last time with these heart throbs. And then we're gonna flip it on over to a tabletop position next. So enjoy the relaxation on your back. Stay with it. Press it up, release it down. Navel pulled into your spine. Think about knitting your rib cage together in towards your spine and then up towards the crown of your head. Neutral press, draw the weights together. Elbows bend, elbows extend. You've got it. Knees can be bent, feet flat on the floor. Last 10. Last 5, 3, 2. All right, quick transition, tabletop with those weights, one weight in each hand. Here we go, alternating narrow rows. Row it up, release it down. Keep it going. Just a gentle row, keeping that weight in close towards your body. Lift and lower. I love that modification, Kishore. You can always be standing. All right, from here, we got alternating fire hydrants. If you're standing, just draw that leg out to the side, set it down, out to the side. We want to fire up those outer glutes, those outer hips here. So whether you're standing or you're in that tabletop position with or without weights, lift and lower. Abs are engaged here. Make sure if you're standing, that standing knee stays slightly bent. Avoid locking out that knee. All right, narrow rows, standing or from that tabletop. If you're on the floor and you want to make it more challenging, tuck your toes, hover your knees into that bear. Alternating rows. You've got it. Last 10. Fire hydrant or standing side leg lifts coming up in 3, 2. All right, here we go. Side leg lifts from that tabletop, maybe with your toes tucked in that bear, or standing with or without those weights. Lift and lower. Keep it going. We've got one more round of this, and then we'll stretch in 3, 2. All right, tabletop or bear or standing. Narrow rows. Draw it up, release it down. Keep that elbow tucked in close to your body. Palm facing in towards your rib cage. Think about drawing that elbow up super high. Maybe that weight comes to your rib cage, maybe past your rib cage. Last 7. Side leg lifts with the knee bent or straight if you're standing, and 2 and 1. Here we go. Side to side. Just like a pendulum if you're standing. That leg lifts, set it down, side lift. Same thing can be if you're in that tabletop or bear, if your knees are touching. You've got it. Last 10. Yes, you can. Remember why you showed up all the way to the very end. You got 5. That's 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. Set those weights down. Come back to standing. Roll your shoulders up and back. One more time this direction. Reverse the direction, up and forward. Block your feet wider than your hips. Toes turned out. Bring your arms out to a T. Cross your right arm over the left. Gently pulling your right forearm into your left shoulder using your left arm. Open, switch sides. Left arm across your body. You can bump the hips side to side or just stay still. Open. Draw your right elbow wide behind your head. If you're like me and tuck your chin, lift your chin off of your chest. Really feel your tricep and your shoulders opening. Open, circle out your wrist. Switch side, left elbow wide behind your head, chin and chest lifted. Notice the difference when you lift your chin. Release your bind, circle out your wrist. Arms out to a T. Come into a forward fold. Stay halfway. You can bring your hands to your hips or come all the way down. Bend into the right knee and then straighten. 2 more times to the right side. Keep that right leg straight. Bend and extend to the left knee for a 3. That's 2. One more time. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips. Slowly roll up with a long spine. Nice big inhale. Fantastic work. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies.